Hi, it's me, Love That Hair 12, and I'm really excited because this is my new YouTube channel on natural hair care maintenance, styling tips and techniques, anything that's going to help you, the viewer, subscribers, clients, help you to maintain your hair on your own, maybe in between salon visits, maybe you're looking for a new look, new styles, or maybe you're just looking for advice on hair care and maintenance, different hair topics. So Love That Hair 12 is my YouTube channel where I am hoping to inform subscribers and viewers on how to properly nurture and take care of their hair, maintain their hair, whatever style that you are currently working with, maintain that style and have nice, beautiful, healthy hair. So Love That Hair 12 is an informative channel where you, the viewer, can feel free to comment on the video tutorials that I have posted, the episodes that I have posted on my channel, where you can assist yourself in learning how to maintain beautiful, healthy hair. Now, I personally have had relaxed hair, natural hair. I'm currently natural now, but I've worn my hair relaxed. I've pretty much had every hairstyle in the book except for locks at this point. But I've had natural hair before. I've gone back and forth between having natural hair and relaxed hair. Me personally, I don't mind if someone's hair is relaxed versus natural. It doesn't really make a difference to me as long as you have healthy hair. That's what I'm about. Teaching clients, viewers, how to maintain beautiful, healthy hair. Loving your hair so you can have healthy hair. So whether it's relaxed, natural, really doesn't make a difference, because if it's not healthy, it's just not good hair, whether it's relaxed or not. Now, this particular episode is titled, Is Natural Hair for You? Now, natural hair isn't for everyone. You have to have a certain lifestyle to have natural hair, or to feel comfortable wearing your hair in its natural state. And you have to decide if you are going to be a person that's comfortable wearing their hair in its natural state, especially if you've worn your hair relaxed your whole life or for a majority of your life. It's a very big transition, especially the first time going around. This is actually the third time that I've been natural myself. The first time I went natural, I transitioned for about a year, and then I did the big chop, and I had a TWA a little bit longer than this, and I wore my hair predominantly, once it grew out, I wore it predominantly in braids and twists, things of that nature. The second time I went natural, I transitioned for about 8 months or so, but I didn't do a big chop per se. I pretty much just trimmed a little bit of the relaxer off every time it was time for my trim, and then eventually there was no more relaxer left. And then this very last time, I just did wasn't really a big chop because my hair was already short. I had a relaxed mohawk haircut, and so I started to grow that out, and then essentially just cut the relaxed part off of the top of the mohawk part. So this is my TWA now. And this is a really teeny TWA. TWA stands for teeny weeny afro. Those of you that are becoming new to the natural world will learn all of those different hair terms and definitions, as you go through the process of transitioning and wearing your hair in its natural state. But yes, this video again is about, is natural hair for you? Now, if you're a person watching this video trying to decide, should I become natural, or you've already made the decision but you haven't big chopped yet, or haven't started transitioning yet, you're trying to find out what natural hair is about, what it really all entails, what it means, then this is a good video for you to watch. Excuse me. Is natural hair for you? A couple of questions that you probably want to ask yourself before you jump into the natural hair world. Why do you want to be natural? Why do you want to wear your hair in its natural state? Is it because you're tired of relaxers? Is it because you feel that relaxers have did its wear and tear on your hair? Is it because you're trying to just have a new look, trying something new for yourself? why do you want to have natural hair? I think that answering that question is important because that'll help set the foundation as to why you're going to start pretty much a lengthy process, especially if you're going to be one that transitions for several months to a year or over a year before you actually cut the relaxed hair off. So it could be, a lengthy process, and you're going to get frustrated because you're going to be working with two different textures of hair intertwining together, and then you're going to start second guessing yourself and saying, should I have even considered this at all? So first determine, why do you want to become natural? Secondly, I would say, do you have a thick skin? Do you have a lot of, confidence in yourself? Do you have high self-esteem? Because depending on your lifestyle, people you know, who you're dating, friends, where you work especially, will determine if you can even decide to go natural. For example, a lot of women or clients that I've had in the past want to go natural, but they work in corporate America and they feel that they could never pull it off. There's so many different styling techniques, especially this day and age, where you can have your hair natural and people not even know that you're natural. People will still think that you are relaxed. So there's different types of styles that you could wear, different types of styling techniques that are out there that still look traditional, or still fit the traditional mode to have you feel comfortable depending on your work environment or whatever lifestyle that you have. But I say to have high self-esteem and thick skin and good confidence in yourself, because you're going to get looks, you're going to get stares, you're going to get people who don't understand, people who are going to be like, why did you do that? Especially if you do the big chop, where you just go from having long hair or quite a bit of hair on your shoulders and you just chop it all off like this, and it's a big to-do for everyone around you, and they're like, why'd you do that? And you have to keep answering that question over and over. It can get kind of frustrating. So that's where your thick skin, your confidence comes in. Because if you don't have a lot of confidence, you will start to second guess yourself and say, maybe these people are right. Maybe I don't look right. I might look funny. They think I look funny. You start just getting overly consumed with everybody else when it's not even about them. And mind you, people who don't even know you will totally comment on your hair, ask you questions, and just feel free to kind of weigh in or have their little 2 cents in opinion about what you're doing with your own hair. So have good confidence in yourself and be able to rock your natural hair in its natural state. Which brings me to point number 3. Is natural hair for you? Point number 3, you need to decide if you can really wear your hair in its natural state. A lot of us probably grew up not even knowing what our natural hair texture was. If you wore relaxers for all of your life or most of your life, then you don't even know what your natural hair texture is. You may think you know what your natural hair texture is because you may say, oh, well, it waves up a little bit when it gets wet, or it curls up a little bit when it gets wet. That's what it does when it's wet and relaxed. You need to know what your hair does when it's not relaxed, doesn't have any chemicals in it whatsoever, dry, and what it does when it's wet, when it's not relaxed. So knowing what your hair texture is, because that's going to determine if you can even stay in the natural hair world. There's different types of hair textures and curl patterns. I'm a combination of 4B, 4C. If you can look and see my curl pattern. I do have a little bit of product in my hair. I have olive oil Eco Styler gel with a little bit of Talia Wajid detangler, which is basically like a leave-in conditioner, detangling conditioner, and a little bit of Shea Moisture curling and enhancing smoothie. Rub those 3 together. I co-washed my hair this morning, ran it through like this until the product was, thoroughly mixed in. And then I sprayed my oil mixture. My oil mixture consists of argan oil, coconut oil, castor oil, and olive oil. So spray that after you're done mixing in your product. And that oil mixture just gives you a nice shine, and it also helps to seal in the curl from the product that you've just put in to maintain your curl. So that's my hair texture. Again, combination 4B, 4C. See if you can see the back. Excuse me. So, determining if you can even feel comfortable with your hair in its natural state once you figure out what that natural state is. And that takes some time because you may be a person that's going to transition, your relaxed hair through and then cut relaxed hair off, or you may just cut it all off from the very beginning and then just start. The good thing about this time around for me, I think I'll probably end up staying natural for the most part. But the good thing is that I can see the growth month by month. And I'm going to document that on Love That Hair 12. So you'll get to see that along with me. You will be very, very pleased to see different things that you can do with your natural hair. Now, the good thing is if you're transitioning or growing out your hair, you can click on the other tutorials that I have posted on my channel to assist you with protective styling. Protective styling is different types of styles that you can do for your that'll protect it from heat or chemicals, from coloring, things of that nature. Maybe you just want to have a break, give your hair a rest, which it's good to do from time to time so you're not putting heat products on your hair and heat equipment on your hair on a consistent basis, because that can become damaging and taxing to your hair. So there will be protective styling tutorials, and if you are at the same stage as I am, you can pick the style that you feel is best for you and teach yourself how to do some of those styling techniques and learn how to care and maintain that style yourself if you do see a stylist on your own. You can transition for as long as you want or as short as you want. So you can decide if you want to transition for a few months, or if you want to transition for a year or over a year, or you can decide altogether to do the big chop from the very beginning and basically start from scratch. It really depends on your personal preference, but there's different ways that different people decide to go about it. The key thing is to remember to have healthy hair so you can manage it properly and take care of it properly. You want to make sure that you're using the right products, and that's going to come with time as well. That's one of the other frustrating things about having natural hair, because it can get expensive trying to find the right products that work for your particular hair texture. What you don't want to do is try to get someone else's hair texture to work for you if that's not your particular hair texture. So you really have to understand and kind of do a little bit of research, and it would be in your best interest to seek a professional stylist to determine what your natural hair curl pattern is, because that will determine the types of hair care products that you should be using and what's going to work best for your hair. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope it was very informative for you. And remember to love yourself and to love your hair.